Did you know that in the shadowed corners of Sumerian lore, a terrifying entity lurked, a female demon whose name chilled the very air? Lamastu? Not a creature of light and shadow, but of dark, suffocating despair. Lamastu was a nightmare woven from the fears of mothers and the screams of infants. Her form, when glimpsed, was unsettling. Imagine a woman, tall and gaunt, her skin the sickly hue of a bruised plum. Sharp, predatory eyes, like embers glowing in the abyss, pierced the very soul. Her hair, a tangled mess of raven's wings, snaked around her face, obscuring features that were both beautiful and horrifically alien. Her hands, long and slender, were tipped with claws, sharp and merciless, capable of tearing flesh like paper. From her wings, or rather the thick, leathery membrane that replaced them, emanated a sickeningly sweet odor, a perfume of death that clung to the air, whispering promises of unspeakable horrors. Lamastu was no ordinary demon. Her existence was not a whim of a vengeful god, but a festering wound on the fabric of creation, a reflection of the deepest anxieties of Sumerian mothers. She stalked the shadowed alleys and the desolate corners of the land, her presence a chilling whisper that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest warriors. She preyed on the most vulnerable, the mothers and their helpless children. Her preferred method was insidious. She presented herself as a beautiful, enchanting figure, her voice a hypnotic lullaby. She would weave tales of wonder and promise, her eyes gleaming with an unnatural light. She would whisper promises of eternal bliss, of a life untainted by hardship, but hidden within these enchanting words lay the seeds of despair. Mothers, caught in the web of her insidious charm, would be lulled into a false sense of security. Then, in the dead of night, when their guard was down, Lamastu would strike. One such mother, Ninsuna, a woman of renowned beauty and wisdom, was lured by Lamastu's enchanting voice. Ninsuna, weary from years of tending her infant son, succumbed to the allure of the demon's whispered promises. Lamastu had painted herself in Ninsuna's mind as the bringer of eternal happiness, a protector of their family from the storms of fate. In a single, swift movement, the demon, masked in darkness, snatched the child from her grasp, disappearing into the impenetrable night. Ninsuna, left stranded in a landscape of horror, could only watch as the screams of her child were swallowed by the silence. The cries of the lost children, the anguished wails of the mothers, were echoes throughout Sumer. They reached the ears of the gods, who, in their immense frustration and sorrow, devised intricate rituals and spells to ward off the demon. Talismans, imbued with divine power, were crafted to protect homes and newborns. Mothers wore protective amulets and engaged in elaborate rituals, hoping to appease the terrifying entity. Yet, Lamastu was tenacious. Her shadowy form continued to haunt the nightmares of generations, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present threat of evil. This isn't simply a tale of a demon. It's a chronicle of fear. Fear of loss, fear of helplessness, fear of the unknown, fear of the unseen face of darkness, forever hungry for the light of motherhood. Lamastu, the terrifying embodiment of those primordial terrors, was a stark warning etched into the very fabric of Sumerian